What would you do if the woman you loved, the one you built a life with, systematically dismantled your trust, piece by agonizing piece, right under your nose? I never thought I'd be asking myself that question. Not about Sarah. Not about the woman who swore forever in a small chapel in Dallas, Texas, just 5 years ago. The night everything broke was a Tuesday, 2 a.m. The glow of her phone screen, illuminating a message I wasn't meant to see. A name, a heart emoji, and a phrase that ripped through me like a surgeon's scalpel. Can't wait for Miami next week, I love. My heart hammered against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat of betrayal. I knew instantly that my world was about to shatter, and I had to know why. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. The humiliation hit me first, a tidal wave of nausea that threatened to drown me. Sarah, my Sarah, was capable of this. The thought alone was a poison, seeping into every corner of my mind. I watched her sleep that night, a stranger beside me, and felt a cold, hard resolve begin to form. This wasn't just about pain, it was about justice. Her behavior had been strange for months, subtle shifts I'd dismissed as stress from her new job in marketing. Late nights, always with a plausible excuse. A new perfume, too sweet, too exotic for her usual taste. Her phone, once left carelessly on the counter, now guarded like a state secret. I remembered a receipt for a high-end restaurant in downtown Chicago, a place we'd never been, tucked into her purse. She'd brushed it off as a client dinner, but the date was a Saturday. My gut had twisted then, but I'd pushed it down, unwilling to confront the monster lurking beneath the surface of our perfect life. The slow discovery was agonizing. I started with her phone, not directly, but through cloud backups. She deleted messages, yes, but the cloud was a silent witness. There were hundreds, then thousands of texts with a man named Mark. Mark from her new job. Mark, who called her my queen. Mark, who booked a suite at the Fontainebleau Miami Beach for their upcoming trip. Each message was a fresh stab, each photo a new wound. I found credit card statements showing lavish gifts, weekend getaways to New York City, hotel stays in Midtown Manhattan, all under the guise of business trips. The evidence mounted, a digital mountain of her deceit. Sarah, meanwhile, became a master manipulator. She'd accuse me of being distant, of not understanding her stress. She'd pick fights over trivial things, then retreat, leaving me feeling guilty and confused. Her eyes, once warm and inviting, now held a cold, calculating glint. She'd talk about our future, our dream house in the suburbs of Los Angeles, all while planning her next rendezvous with Mark. She truly believed she was untouchable. Her lies a fortress I could never breach. I remember one night sitting alone in our living room in Chicago, the city lights blurring outside the window, and I just broke. The tears came, hot and bitter, for the man I used to be, for the future I thought we had. I felt utterly, completely destroyed. But in that moment of absolute despair, a flicker of something else ignited. A burning, unyielding desire for retribution. This wasn't just about me anymore. It was about reclaiming my dignity, my sanity. That's when the hidden cameras came into play, small, discreet, strategically placed in our Dallas home. One in the living room, one in the kitchen, one facing the front door. I also installed software on her work laptop, a keylogger that captured every email, every chat. I started documenting everything, creating a meticulous timeline of her deceit. I hired a private investigator, a quiet man named Frank. Frank confirmed her affair with Mark, providing photographic evidence of them entering and leaving a discreet hotel on Elm Street in Dallas, and later a cozy cafe in Greenwich Village, New York. I had everything: texts, emails, photos, videos, financial records. The proof was undeniable, irrefutable. Then came the legal and social traps. I consulted with a divorce attorney, a sharp woman named Ms. Davies, who specialized in high-asset cases. She helped me understand the nuances of Texas divorce law, especially regarding marital assets and infidelity. I quietly transferred my personal investments into a separate, untraceable account. I secured my business interests, ensuring Sarah would have no claim. I even started a discreet social media campaign, creating anonymous accounts. These accounts would, at the opportune moment, expose her hypocrisy to her carefully curated online persona. I made sure her colleagues, her friends, and even her family would see the truth. The public exposure was brutal, swift, and devastating. It started with an anonymous email to her company's HR department detailing her misuse of company time and resources for her affair, complete with dates, locations, and photographic evidence from her business trips. Then came the anonymous posts on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram linking to a private blog I'd set up filled with the irrefutable evidence. The hidden camera footage, edited to highlight her clandestine calls and hush conversations, went viral. Her carefully constructed image as a successful, devoted wife crumbled in a matter of hours. Her clients dropped her friends unfriended her, and her family, mortified, disowned her. The divorce proceedings were a formality. For the mountain of evidence I presented, Sarah had no defense. She lost everything: her job, her reputation, her social standing, and a significant portion of the marital assets she thought she was entitled to. Mark, the smug affair partner, disappeared, leaving her to face the consequences alone. He was, as I suspected, a coward. I saw her once months later in a coffee shop in downtown Los Angeles. She looked hollow, a ghost of the vibrant woman I once knew. She didn't see me, and I didn't approach. There was no anger left, just a quiet, chilling emptiness. The silence that followed was deafening. The end.